Kankkunen was right in his assessment. On the narrow, slippery forest paths, Kankkunen, a four-time winner of the Australian Rally, led the field after just 3 stages of the first leg. The grueling gravel tracks of the longest and most difficult leg already proved too much for Subaru driver Possum Bourne in the second stage, and shortly afterwards put paid to the championship hopes of Sainz in his Subaru Impreza. During the 8th and longest stage of the rally, 45 kilometres, his radiator started giving him trouble, and in the next stage, with the engine overheating, he had to give up. With 3 best times, Didier Auriol in the second Delecour GT4 was well placed, though even for him the going was tough. The narrow winding tracks make handling a test of skill on these ball-bearing surfaces. And to make things worse, the trees seem to be in the middle of the tracks. Overturning his car at the end of the first leg meant a premature end for Auriol and co-driver Denis Giraudet, as the mechanics weren't allowed to service the car before Perth, and that was more than 120 kilometres away.
We broken the wheel and the alternator. I think, okay, if we have assistant, we can repair, but we don't drive. No service.
Kankkunen and co-driver Nicky Grist now joined battle with the sole survivor of the Subaru team, Colin McRae. Behind them were the Mitsubishi teams of Tommi Makinen and Kenneth Ericsson. Armin Schwarz and co-driver Klaus Wiescher in the third Delecour GT4 were in 5th place, in front of the Ford Escorts, driven by Francois Delecour and Bruno Thiry. Kankkunen managed to maintain his lead during the super special stage in Perth. On 3 evenings, 15,000 spectators lined the course to watch the big event. 2 cars in direct competition, battling it out on a specially prepared track. With its exotic flora and fauna, and the Indian Ocean, with its magnificent, though sometimes dangerous underwater marine life, springtime in Western Australia has lots to offer, apart from this rally. The Rally Australia is particularly popular with team managers because the routes are usually fairly compact, which of course makes servicing an easier job. On the second leg in Bunnings, there are 4 consecutive special stages, spectacular stages, which this time proved to be the turning point of the rally. Juha Kankkunen lost valuable seconds because, as the first on the track, he had to plough through the loose gravel. There was no way for the Toyota driver to fight back, and McRae and Ericsson closed the gap.
It has been very slippery this morning because the condition is very dry and there is dust and this ball-bearing surface on the top. And okay, I lost some time, I did a little spin and then suspension went solid once, but still it seems to be that really struggling to clean in the road.
Now the duel for the lead was between Ericsson in his Mitsubishi and McRae in his Subaru. They swapped places 4 times, and at the end of the second leg in Perth, they were neck and neck.
I think we are all 4 cars in top 4 now, very close to the limit, so we will see what happens.
The third and final leg. Ericsson pulled out all the stops on the first stage and gained a 7-second lead over McRae, which he managed to hold on to right to the end. Kankkunen was still fighting for third place, and Tommi Makinen, like so many before him, learnt the hard way that this rally demands its tribute. He hit a rock, which broke his front suspension and forced him to surrender his third place to Kankkunen.